Hello there, Cancer. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. This is going to be your June general reading. Now, I've already pulled the cards, okay? I've already pulled the cards, and what I will say is I feel like this is going to be a quick reading. I feel like the message is pretty cut and dry. I do feel like this reading is surrounding love this month, which not surprised. You know, Venus is actually in Cancer right now, I believe, until June 13th. Venus is the planet of love, if you don't know. But you've got a lot of cups flowing up in here. Not only that, you guys have four major arcana, right? You've got the Tower, Strength, Temperance, and the World. On top of that, you've got four cards that basically insinuate an ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new. You've got Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. The World, again, is one of those cards. And then you've got the Tower. Actually, you start out with the Tower. So we're going to start there first. Well, actually, no. Bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck, we've got Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands energy is a young, so it's a fast energy, it's a passionate energy. If we're putting a person to it, it can be a younger water or fire sign, right? Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. But this is an energy of really going for what it is that you want. All knights symbolize action. All knights are on a mission to do something, to go somewhere, right? So I really feel like you guys, in all these closing out of cycles and beginning of new cycles, I do feel like there is something, there is an end goal, there's something that you're going towards, there's something that you're trying to achieve here, right? But you've got a few blockages. Not bad. You actually have a lot of great cards. I only see a little bit of trouble with the Tower, and then we've got Knight of Wands. Let's just start, because it'll make more sense. Okay. So y'all start right out the gate with the Tower. So shit is at the fan, okay? The Tower comes to shake things up when we're too hard-headed to do it on our own, right? The Tower comes to get rid of all the debris, all the stuff that's not working, all the like messed up foundation. It clears it all away, right? So that we can start from something sturdy, something trusted, something stable, right? So like I told you guys, I really feel like this reading has a lot to do with love. Now, you can use this however it resonates. So if it's not speaking to love for you, then, you know, if your issue isn't love this month, then use these messages still and apply it in your life. But I do feel like an overwhelming this is love. And I say that because what's crossing the Tower is the Ace of Cups. So Ace of Cups is all about, well, first of all, aces are about beginnings, right? So this can be beginning of a loving situation. This is you guys being surrounded by love. This is you guys, you know, kind of finding that alignment with things. This is you guys, since you got it with the Tower, some of you guys could be finding out an unexpected pregnancy. You know, the Ace of Cups can talk about fertility. But it just really talks about your cup running over. It's like a brand new start, something really fresh, something really cute. But you got that with the Tower. So if there's been something that you've been trying to pursue with someone, something happened to kind of shake things up. And I feel like this has been something that's been a long time coming. Because, how can I say this? So the Tower in the Major Arcana, we're looking at the Fool's Journey, right? It follows a lot of cards that I don't know how else to say them other than they were warnings, right? So in order to get to the tower, that means we've already surpassed and had our time of alone where we're hermitizing, right? We've already experienced the hermit. We've already got justice. We've already gone through the death card, which the death card is hard to go through, right? The death card symbolizes the ending of a cycle and, beginning of new ones, much like the tower. But yet we surpassed it. So whatever it is that you guys, I have a feeling that there's something that you were supposed to shake and you just did not, right? So now whatever this could be financial, this could be love, but whatever it is affecting your love life, or it is affecting how you feel. It's affecting your heart space. It's something that you feel strongly about, right? It's something that you feel very connected to. Again, like I said, some of you guys could be finding out that there's a pregnancy. But what's crowning the reading is the Nine of Wands energy, which is, I don't like it, because Nine of Wands is like you're always looking over your shoulder, like always looking back at something, right? It's like Nine of Wands, it gives the impression that, well, a couple ways. So for some of you, you've been through a lot. You could have been through a lot with a fire sign since they are wands. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But really, it's like this person, this soldier has been through a lot. He's a little bit messed up in the head, right? Like he's got his little head bandage on. Like a lot's been happening. And it's like almost like this paranoid energy of, damn, what's going to happen next? Because I've already been through so much and I don't want to be hurt again. I don't want to go through this again. I don't want to fight again. I mean, I will, but I don't want to, right? But it's almost like you guys waiting for your wands to stack up to that 9 is what helped for that tower to come through, right? Because if you're looking at it the way I'm seeing it, that 9 of Wands is sitting over the tower. So it's almost like you let these things, these fears, this paranoia, whatever it is, you let it stack up to the point where it's like, okay, you're obviously not going to do anything about it. So the universe is like, okay, I'll make it easy for you. Let me cut this out. Let me make that decision, right? Let me do it. Because this is the energy of not taking your power into your own hands. And Wands is all about power. It's all about that drive, all about passion and creativity. And it's like almost like you guys are stifled right now because you're too busy looking in the past that it did not work, right? That it's forcing you or not forcing you to make decisions for your future out of fear, right? Out of like, I've been through this looks familiar and it looks like it sucks and I really don't want to. So now we've got that energy of the tower that's like, well, yeah, but guess what? Be an adult and go through it, right? Because it's going to make things better. Whenever we're in these shifts of cycles closing and cycles, starting all over again, I'm not going to sit here and act like it's easy. It's not easy. I'm a Cancer rising. So I'm feeling this completely. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to let go of things. Especially for Cancers. You guys are such a nostalgic sign. Like you guys really thrive off of the memories and the love and the experiences you have with people. You guys really, the experiences. You guys are about experiences, right? You guys are about loving and being there for one another. But it's almost like this whole time you've been so worried about everyone else and looking back at what the fuck they're doing that you're just standing here and now you're going through the tower. And how does it feel? Now you're alone, right? If you lead the month with this energy of just being paranoid and being scared to move, you're not going to get anything but this. But I do feel like there will be a shift in that because you do have a lot of great cards coming out after this, which we'll get into. But this you cannot hold on. It's like one of those things where it's like, if you're an adult, damn near all of us have been through heartbreak, we've been through heartache, and it's like, that can affect how we decide to move forward if we decide to move forward. But it's almost that energy of, like attracts like. If you want to stay there, you can. And you can get more wands stacked up on you. to where you really feel like you can't handle it anymore. But this energy crowning you, it doesn't serve you well. Look back at your fears. Thank you for the lessons. Thank you for the hurt. Thank you because now I'm a stronger person. Thank you because now hindsight is 2020. But do not let it affect you to the point of paralysis where you're just letting things happen to you instead of you taking your power back and making that shit happen for yourself, right? Because this is all happening because I feel like you guys are you want the American dream. You want the abundance in every single way abundance can come, in every single form, whether it's with your friendships, your family, you want great relationships, you want, great job, you want the money, you want the stability, long-lasting stability. You guys want long-lasting stability with someone. Just in general, you guys want long-lasting stability. And because you guys want it so bad and almost feeling like you're not deserving of it because of maybe things that have gone on in the past, maybe that's what you're looking back at, maybe things that you've done, maybe, people that you've hurt, situations that you kind of fucked up, which, hey, we all fuck up. It's really not that big of a deal. I mean, it's a big deal, but you know what I'm saying. Don't let it mess up your future. Because what you guys have your eyes set on, you guys want this. Like, you guys want to be in that place of everything's all good, right? But I just really feel like there's confusion on where to go for you. Now, in the past, you guys had King of Cups. King of Cups energy, as you know, that's your energy. So the King is the most emotionally intelligent, mature, kind-hearted, very creative, very balanced, very intuitive king, right? He is a lover, and he's someone that knows how to ride the wave. Look, he's literally riding the wave of his throne in the ocean, balanced to shit with his cup, and he's not spilling anything. His cup is still full. So in the past, pertaining to love, I do feel like you guys could have came into contact with maybe another air or another water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, that made you really feel fulfilled and good and made you feel worthy and loved and all that stuff, right? You guys really came into this heart space, or really came into alignment with this person. Or this could just be you, your energy, really taking control of what you are trying to take control of what you want to do as far as your love life goes, in terms of, your relationships with people, right? Which leads us to, after this Tower in the present, we have the Temperance in the future. So if we're going to put a person on it, this can be a Sagittarius. But really, this is about you guys in the future. I feel like with this Nine of Wands energy that you guys have been experiencing of feeling paranoid and scared and just kind of feeling bad about the past and these wands stacking up, I do feel like you guys are going to be focusing this month on really finding the balance, finding what flows to you, and really aligning yourself with that versus doing whatever you feel your duty is to do because that's what you feel like your duty is to do, right? Because the thing with Cancers are, you guys are there for everybody, where you commonly forget yourself. So while you're busy trying to balance everybody, you're here. It's kind of driving you nuts. But I really do feel like you guys will be trying to balance that out and finding the flow so that you can have everything that you want, so that you can have this happy family, you can have the abundance, you can make it work, you can make your life work for you, right? Finding the flow. A lot of you guys may be even coming into a little closer with your spirituality, maybe praying a lot more, meditating a lot more. I mean, this is an angel, right? So that's good. That's really good. Now, what you're hoping and fearing, interesting, you've got the World card. So whatever this cycle is that you guys know you're going through, and I know you guys know it because you guys are very intuitive, right? Cancers are intuitive, but you guys know you're going through something. But it's like this cycle, whatever this is, it's like you guys are afraid. It's like you're afraid to see what's on the other side. You're afraid to just go for it. You're afraid to close out these old things that were familiar and comfortable for you, in fear that you don't know what's going to happen in the future, but that's just life. Like, we don't ever know. There's no guarantees for anything, right? All we can do is put our intention out there and literally stay in our own lane, be as honest as we can with ourselves and others, and, you know, use your intuition to make sure you're surrounding yourself with the right circumstances and the right people. But we don't ever know fully what's on the other side. But the thing is, with the world, we know it's going to be something good. Do you trust it? Can you let these things go? Can you let this fear go? Can you let this paranoia go? Can you let this person go? You know, or whatever, to get this Ten of Pentacles energy. Because that's what's sitting right next to the world, right? Can you let it go? And it's not a matter of, the thing is, you're going through this phase, this cycle, whether you want to or not. So you can try to deny it and, you know, have to make yourself force and keep going over it. But the thing is, this is what's around you no matter what. So if I were you, I would be trying to work with it as best I could, because it's good energy that's going to bring you good shit, right? Look, surrounding you, you've got the Two of Cups. This is soulmate energy. This is a loving alignment. This is someone who, this is like, oh, I found my match. This is like, damn, baby, like, my cup is full, your cup is full. Let's just have full cups. Let's have this passion. This is everything, right? You guys have that around you somewhere with someone or something, right? This is you really feeling like you have someone around you that can, I don't want to say completes you, but balances you. Someone around you that balances you. And we've got the Temperance card sitting right next to the Two of Cups. You definitely have that. You have great energy for that. Now, whether you do something about it, that's up to you. And again, I'm seeing that it could be someone with water in their chart. So if it's not like a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Sun, it could be in their rising, their Venus, their moon. But I do feel a lot of this watery energy, but really it's just an energy of fulfillment and feeling loved and it being equal and it making sense. Like, you know, when you just have someone like you're with, you're just like, fuck, this makes sense. Like, this makes sense, right? You guys are thinking about this happy wife, happy life situation. You guys are thinking about this. This is what you want. This is what's been on your mind. This is what all this stress is for, right? I mean, God, you guys got 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. You have this amazing love right there in front of your face. Right there in front of your face. But you see him. See him? He's so worried about the past. He's so worried about all the things that went wrong that he doesn't even see all these blessings in front of him. He's so worried about the shit that hit the fan, he doesn't know what to do, that he's just stuck there, right? He's so worried about that Tower card. He's like, damn, what do I do? So I don't know. What are you going to do? You can do something about it? Or you're just going to watch it fall. Like, what are you going to do? In your outcome, you got the Strength card, Leo. Or just the energy of really finding the balance of that masculine and feminine energy. Really finding the strength to move forward and not in a way that's overpowering, how someone tries to, like, you know, do too much. But it's really just, first of all, taming the beast that's within. Taming the beast that's within and finding the power within yourself to move forward because it's there for you. You guys have great, literally every card is bomb except for the Tower and except for the Wands. But because all the cards surrounding it are so good, I can't help but even just like think that this Tower, yeah, it's uncomfortable right now. Yeah, you probably feel like shit right now. Yeah, it's probably scary. You're falling from the sky like, damn, am I going to land in the ocean? Am I land on the floor? Am I going to survive? You are, because you've got all these cards, all these cups. You've got so much love surrounding you. You have someone who's right there in your face. Right there in your face. and and they're available to you, and I feel like they're loving you as much as you are. It's like you've got that Two of Cups connection, but you're so focused on the past. You're so focused on the past. I want to pull some clarifiers. I got this new deck from my best friend. It's amazing. I love it so much. So I'm gonna pull clarifiers with it. I'm sure you guys will love it too because it's bomb. If you don't, then you're not the people. I don't know. But let's start with the Tower. This Tower about for Cancer. Seven of Cups. So for some of you, the Tower hit because you've got options. You may have options when it comes to, you know, who you want to be with. If it's not options, some of you, I do feel like it's like, okay, you've got options, you got a bunch of suitors for who you want to be with. So, okay, yeah, that could be confusing. Maybe they found out about each other. That's where the Tower comes in, you know, and it's not good anymore. But also, for a good number of you, I do feel like it's not about having options of people. I do feel like there is someone that is in your sight. But, you know, it also speaks, it's a card of illusion, too. Whenever I get Seven of Cups, it reminds me that I need to be grounded and a little bit more practical, right? Because in the original depictions, the Seven of Cups, you know, it's this guy who's black, completely black. You can't see anything of him. It's like the shadow. And, you know, he's got these seven clouds of different things, right? He's like, I don't know what's real. I don't know what I want. I don't know. It's like, but he's so in his head. He's so in his head worried about shit that he doesn't see what's in front of his face in the here and now. Some of you have been so in your head over these options that you don't see the good. You don't see that Two of Cups that's right there. The real, like, you can't see what you're supposed to do. It's like you can't see who's right or what's the right move. But the thing is, you guys know. Like, I feel like you know. Why? Because Cancers always fucking know. But Cancers always don't want to hurt people's feelings. And Cancers always don't want to make things uncomfortable. Right? I get it. Some of you have options, and that's why this Tower hit. Some of you have options. The Tower hit. They found out about each other or something. Some of you, it's you guys just being a little bit head stuck in the clouds to where you can't even ground yourself enough to make this decision to move forward to where you will be happy and get this Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Two of Cups, World, Ace of Cups, King of Cups. You've got all this cups, love, like you've got it. You've got it. Let me clarify the Nine of Wands. King of Pentacles. So, look at Oprah. Look at Oprah. Okay, so King of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands. For some of you, I feel like this could be a earth sign person that you're dealing with, or someone who displays earth-like qualities, someone who's very stable about their business, money connected, maybe, you know, a great family person. King of Cups are always like great fathers, great husbands, whatever. Some of you are looking back because this is who you want to be, right? This is what you're trying to become in building your stability, which is why we have that Ten of Pentacles too. Some of you, it's like, although this is, I feel like what you want, I also feel like some of you, this is what you also fear. Look at how he's looking at Oprah. He's shook. And she's not, right? So it's almost like these good things, these blessings, this abundance that can come from that King of Pentacles energy of just really being grounded and knowing what the fuck you want, which isn't that funny. I said about the Seven of Cups, it means, you know, for some of you, you're just not grounded enough with these options. Like with this option you have, you're not grounded enough. It's like you guys, it's almost like I feel like this is something you want, but it's also something you're fearing at the same time. Like it makes you nervous, the thought of the responsibility or whatever. Let me clarify this, okay? King of Cups in the past. Ooh, and 2 hopped out. We got Erykah Badu with the Moon, and we've got the 5 of Swords. So with that past relationship, Moon, again, it could really be someone with water in their chart. But now I'm really getting the message that this is you. Yeah, a lot of you guys have this tower hitting right now because the moon also, it talks about secrets, right? Things being kept in the dark that we can't see, right? It's like you let's say you go into a dark room and you think you see something, you turn on the light and you're like, oh shit, like, woo, that wasn't what I thought at all. So it's like you guys were keeping secrets or keeping things to yourself with this 5 of Swords energy too, right? 5 of Swords is about petty fights, the arguments, the things you don't. It's like in the original depiction, you've got the people who are walking away with their, like, they put their swords down, they're done fighting. It's like no one wins, no one loses. It's just like, what the fuck are we even doing this for? Some of you are having this tower hit because whatever secrets or thoughts that you've been trying to keep to yourself and try to work this whole thing out on your own as to not be a burden to anybody else, it's now God's like, it's time. I'm not letting you play or like get away with any more of this anymore, right? Especially if it has to do with feelings that you had for someone. There's something that came out. There's something that came out that shifted everything. And there could have been some bad communication as a result of it, right? With that 5 of Swords. Show me Temperance. Ace of Swords. So you guys in the future are trying to find this balance with the Temperance. And the way you're going to do that is to be really communicative. It's about being very straightforward, very, very honest, and bringing clarity to the situation. And it makes total sense. I said a lot of you guys, I feel like in the past, this tower hitting has to do with secrets that you've been trying to keep, things that you've been trying to keep hidden. And it's like, what's going to balance you? What's going to build this tower back slowly and make you feel a little bit more like yourself is going to be that clear communication. So if there's things that you've been keeping to yourself, and I don't feel like it's for any bad reason. Like, I don't feel like you guys are just out there intentionally trying to be assholes. I'm not getting that at all. It's more like you're worried about everybody else. But the thing is, it kind of backfires when you handle it in this way, right? Because people find out and they're not happy about it. What's going to get you back on track and feeling balanced again is really finding clarity. Having clarity with those people involved. Having clarity with yourself. Okay? And that's what the universe is really gifting you. So the World. With the World, we got 3 of Cups. Yeah, yep. This is totally, there's options. So this cycle that you're afraid of ending, but also wanting to end, it's like your hope and fear is the ending of this situation of, I feel like 3 people or more. Now, I hardly am ever that person who ever says, third party. I just don't think that 3s of the cards always symbolize that like some people do. But with these cards that are surrounding it, because I've got that 7 of Cups and I've got that Tower and I've got that Moon with the 5 of Swords, I really do feel like the cycle that you're trying to complete is to bring something to a close. You're trying to make a decision. Now, I'm not seeing any 2 of Swords here, but that's what it's feeling like. It's like you're trying to make a decision on what's right for your heart, what's right. And you're thinking about it from all angles, which is why you had that 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. You're thinking long term. You're not thinking for the right now. And I feel like that's what's also making this a little bit more complicated because you don't want to be wrong. It's like you don't want to be wrong. You've probably gone through stuff before with that 9 of Wands. And you're just like, I don't want to fuck up again. Like, I want this next move to be my best move. And then let's clarify that strength. Two of Swords. Didn't I just say it feels like a 2 of Swords energy? Yeah. So you're going to have some strength in order to make this decision. And when I say you're going to have strength in order to make this decision is you're going to have to Be okay with being a little bit uncomfortable. You're gonna have to be okay with, maybe having some conversations you don't want to have. You're gonna have to be okay with looking at things and trying to find out where you find the balance, where you really feel balance, what makes you feel, good. The thing is, with the swords, it's like in the original depiction, right? She's holding the swords, the water's behind her, she's blindfolded. So, like, symbolically, like, she can't see. And you guys can't see. And but you're feeling. I know you're feeling. All these cups, I know you're feeling the right thing to do. But you can't see it. It's not like, it's almost like you just want someone to tell you what to do. Because you don't want to make the decision yourself. Because if you make it yourself, then you know that you'll be the one disappointing someone. Versus if someone else just kind of does it for you, or like walks out of your life for you, that's one less thing you have to worry about, even though it would suck, even though it would hurt. Like, you guys are kind of copping out, some of you. Don't. You got loving energy everywhere. You got someone around you who loves your dirty draws. I mean, loves you and wants to build something with you out of these options. And I feel like you know who you feel like you're most aligned with. I feel like you know. I feel like you know. You need to be clear. Clear communication is going to help you here. It's going to help you, and just, may the strength be with you, honey. Everything's all good. The universe is supporting you with this world card. The universe is supporting the closing of this situation so that you guys can move on and be happy and have your 10 of cups and your 10 of pentacles. Okay? So I hope this reading helped you guys. Please comment below if it did, and I'll see you guys.